For the next 25 weeks or so, and even the next 82 games, it's New York or nowhere. But is it also NBA Finals or bust? Let's talk about the 1970 and 73 like expectations for the Knicks heading into tonight's season opener against the Cavs with our New York Post sports columnist, Mike Vaccaro. Mike, thanks for hopping on with this. We're finally here. Season opener. Things are going to get real. You know all about and have wrote about the expectations surrounding this team, new head coach, deeper roster. So how much pressure is it on Mike Brown, Leon Rose, and this team stepping into this new season?
Yeah, they can't sneak up anybody this year, Brandon. That's for sure. Not that they did last year, but look, last year, right from the start, they were considered the third best team in the East, maybe the sixth or seventh best team in the league. So what they did was overachieve, and they've done nothing but overachieve, really, in the last 5 years. And now it's a matter of getting beyond that. You know, you see, I think you smartly cited the 70 and 73 Knicks. You know, I think what's underrated about what those teams did was that they did it with full expectations that they had to do what they did, win championships. The 90s Knicks of Patrick Ewing had those same expectations year after year, and obviously they never could quite get there. That's what these Knicks are feeling right now. I mean, they're going into the season, you know, one of the favorites in the East. They're expected to get at least to as far as they got last year, to the conference finals, and get beyond that. I mean, I think it would be considered that something went wrong if they don't get to the finals at the very least. So yeah, it's interesting to see how a team performs once the burden of expectation shifts the way it has for them.
New team, new coach, deeper roster. I guess like just looking at the roster, just all around better than what it was last year. But Mike, we know how impatient this fan base can get, and we know how desperate this city is for an updated championship banner at the Garden. So from a media standpoint, how much time do you think Mike Brown and his team has to gel and show the city that this new normal can win?
I think at least till about 10 o'clock tonight, don't you? Look,
9:59.
Exactly. I mean, look, it wouldn't surprise me if they were a 500 team the first 20 games of the season. You know, it just wouldn't. I mean, they were that way a lot under Tom Thibodeau. I mean, I think it takes a lot. There were a lot of new parts of this team. There are a couple of parts that are hurt right now. It's going to take a while for them to adapt to Mike Brown's system and to each other. And that's there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're 10-10 after 20 games, you know, then you kind of find the next gear. If they're better than that, then I guess it's a pleasant surprise. If they're worse than that, maybe you can start to wonder if they were put together properly. But I mean, at the very least, you got to give them, you know, give them a month, give them 20 games, give them 25 games, and see where they are then. Because look, I mean, while the core elements are back intact, new coach, a deeper team, they're going to play more guys than they used to, and you know, it takes a while to get used to no longer playing in an 8 or a 9-man rotation, more of a 10 or 11-man rotation, which is what Mike Brown's going to do when they have, you know, all healthy players. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I mean, I do think that the parts are in place to where, you know, come the new year and beyond, you're going to see a level. I just think the Knicks are better than most of the teams in the East. They're just flat out better, and now it's a matter of performing to that standard.
Yeah, it's about trying to find that balance of, you know, finding what the identity of this team is, but you're hoping that the fan base gives them a little bit of time to gel because, you know, as an athlete, as a player, the roller coaster ride, the adversity of the season, that kind of gets you ready for the postseason. It gets you ready for the grind moments of a postseason. So I'm praying that there's some sort of patience there within the fan base. But $1 million question here. The East looks like it's up for grabs with Tyrese Halliburton and Jason Tatum out. Is it safe to say that this is the Knicks' best chance in recent years to finally win the East and get back to the NBA Finals? Is it finals or bust?
I think it has to be, you know, because look, I mean, you've already gotten as far as the conference finals, and you lost there last year, obviously. I mean, I think it has to be the goal, the only goal, to be in the finals. I don't think there's been this kind of expectation or, you know, pressure surrounding a Knicks team since probably 1997 or so, which is when they won 57 games. And, you know, who knows what they would have done if they hadn't gotten to that fight with the Heat at the end of that season. But look, I mean, I think that you know, it feels around this team the way it felt around those teams, that, you know, the 82 games that are going to come are to kind of make sure that everything is heading in the right direction once we hit April and once we hit the playoffs. And look, I mean, they're going to be expected to make it through the East. They have enough players if they stay healthy. Certainly, if they stay on the right track, there's no reason to expect that they wouldn't be a viable candidate to be playing in the finals. And then when you're in the finals, you take your chances against the Thunder or the Nuggets or the Rockets or whoever. But I do think that it's a reasonable expectation for the Knicks to be in the finals this year.
You mentioned 1997, Spice Girls "Wannabe" and Hanson's "Bop" were the top pop songs in the country. So let's bring that 1997 like vibes back for some throwback vibes. Mike, thank you hopping on with us, and I'm sure we'll be speaking with you throughout the course of the season. Thank you, sir.
Sounds good, Brandon. Great talking to you. Thanks.